Hare Krishna. Pure devotional service is considered the greatest achievement of of mankind, and that's because to get pure devotional service is so difficult and rare, because it has to be free from karma and jnana, and as we're all embodied people, and so uh, especially living in the Kali Yuga, in the midst of all material things, karma and jnana keeps on constantly attacking us, because karma, why? Because we are in the field of activity, maintaining ourselves in this very, very difficult, very materialistic society, and sometimes things don't go well. Then naturally we move towards jnana and try to renounce and feel detached, because we want pleasure and we're not getting pleasure from karma. Then the next step will be to or towards detachment, because we're not getting pleasure, and then we think, okay, let me renounce this method because it's not giving me pleasure. And the only way, and so the difficulty about jnana is that it makes us very dry. Maybe we can go towards austerity, try to control our senses. Even while doing devotional service, we are attracted to these austerities because we want to curb our senses, senses which are constantly seeking pleasure. And the difficulty about jnana is that if you become too much austere, or and try to curb your senses, then too much austerity makes your heart very hard and dry, and you cannot feel those loving emotions which are very much required for bhakti. And so that is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted us to give this taste of bhakti very quickly, so that we don't stray into karma and jnana, especially in Kali Yuga, very, very difficult. While we are, he says that you don't even have to go anywhere. All these rishis have, of course, they have, because of their great advancement, they are not staying within materialistic society, they are far away. And so it must be much easier to make spiritual advancement. But here we are in the midst of all material life, and struggling very hard to do some devotional service, but all the time disturbed by so many things that keep attacking us. And so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us a shortcut method, so that if we taste the sweetness of bhakti, a love for Krishna, through congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, then we can experience Krishna and feel the bliss, get a taste of what it is to, which is beyond jnana and karma, and then we can renounce karma. Because and for this we need to experience this Krishna prema, and Krishna prema is there in the holy names, and Krishna prema also through Vaishnavas, mercy of Vaishnavas. We get Krishna prema when they give us mercy and compassion. Our hearts are also filled with gratitude, love, and wanting to give back, repay this whatever we've got, this love and inspiration from them to others as well. And in this way it keeps on increasing our love for Krishna. So that's why devotees play a vital role in recharging people in their Krishna consciousness. We are social beings. We shouldn't think that just because we've started chanting Hare Krishna mantra, then now Krishna will take care of us, and so we don't need the support of other Vaishnavas. We are totally dependent on all Vaishnavas, because first of all, to do the congregational chanting, to read and discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, and to render service to Vaishnavas, to each other. That's very important. And to be very sensitive and support each other, because that is the source of strength to go on in the path of pure devotional service, to constantly discriminate between matter and spirit. That is real intelligence. And so while we are going about our lives, there are so many circumstances where it's very confusing whether what is really spiritual and what is material, because there are many shades of grey, and that is where we need proper guidance and the association of devotees, so that we are not tempted to stray away from the path of pure bhakti. So, while that's why pure devotional service is a struggle to get the real taste of real love, selfless mellows that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants us to experience. That has to, he has given us many shortcuts, but to get it in the pure, unadulterated form, that is the struggle. Because so many anarthas, so many attachments have to be also pulled out from our hearts during this sojourn, and that's why we have to be very very careful and constantly be looking at our what are the problems, what are the difficulties within us, what are the anarthas, what mistakes do we have, and if we are busy trying to remove those anarthas, we'll hardly notice anarthas in others. We will think everybody is a wonderful devotee, and we'll be free from committing Vaishnava Prada. Instead, we'll be very humble and trying to become a pure devotee by humbly acknowledging our fallen position and begging Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Guru and Gauranga to please give us a little more attraction for the holy names, taste for rendering service, and in this way, and for listening to the Shastra, and serving the deities, serving everyone, and in this way, if we can flow in the mellows of love for Krishna, like the great acharyas have left their experiences in the form of songs and other literature, where they express how much they feel their gratitude, their indebtedness, and their worship and glorification of Krishna. We have to try to understand how to get that mood little by little, and then slowly our stone like hearts will also start melting just by hearing the name of Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thus ends the commentary by Prem Padmani Devi Dasi of 5th Canto, Chapter 17, The Descent of the Ganges, text 3.